All right, hey everybody, this is the Frederick Review. I'm here today with Matt Swallop. He's the owner of OneUp IT Consulting. OneUp IT Consulting, they provide businesses the ability to effectively utilize technology in the workplace with specialization in end-to-end design, installation, management, support, and networking for IT systems. So, Matt, I'm just going to turn it over to you. Why don't you kind of fill in the gaps there? Give us a bit more. Tell us about your business and you.
So I'm Matt Swallop. I'm the owner and the senior network engineer for the company. Um, we are an IT consulting company, and we specialize in networking and IT systems for companies of really any size. We'll help businesses that have three, four, or five people. We'll help businesses that are much, much larger on even up to government contracts. So we provide that service for really companies of any size.
So is there like a reason that you go big and small? I mean, I'm sure there are some people that decide to go only big or some people go only small. I mean, was there a strategy or do you just kind of, is that what you're comfortable with? You like doing that?
No, so I have experience in everything. So I've worked for some of the very, very, very large companies.
Okay.
Where I was supporting multiple remote sites along with a large campus as the network engineer. But I also, when I started this business, we started off small. So it was just myself, and I started helping small businesses
Right.
and a couple medium-sized businesses, things like that. But we do basically anything, as small as you want. If you just want someone to come in and help you set up your internet with your with a couple laptops and secure your network, we'll do that. I have no problem doing that. We love that. But then we also have very large contracts where we also support pretty big companies with their big projects. We had a project on Fort Detrick that was very successful. So we support basically companies of any size, and doesn't matter if you're one, you have one switch in your network or 30 switches and some routers, and we'll do it all.
Cool. So, when did you start One Up Consulting and what made you, want to make the jump and kind of start your own thing?
So yeah, we started in September of 2015. So we've been going for a little over 3 years. In
Nice.
that time, I've brought on three additional employees. Um, the reason I started this company was I used to work for some bigger companies, and during that time I would always write. I'd spend my spare time and I'd write business plans on different companies I wanted to, or different ideas I had for starting a company. I've always had that intrigue, that interest in doing something on my own. That's always been there at the heart of everything I've done. So when I finally actually decided to branch out, and it was one of the best decisions of my life.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I think you might have alluded to it maybe a little bit before, but your business, what kind of sets you guys apart? You said you guys got to do a lot, but I mean, I don't really know the context of your market, so to speak, your competitors. But I mean, is that something that helps you guys, or are there some other things that kind of set you apart? Whether maybe it's just
So
your talented team.
one of the things that we've always strived for is we like to be an extension of your company.
Okay.
So when you call us up, we're not some random person behind a phone that you've never talked to. Some companies, you call up and you've never spoken to this person, they're helping you through an IT issue. That's not us. We are consultants to you. So you know all of us, you know us personally, and we try to make it so that we have a connection with all of our clients. I get along with all of our clients. Um, we try to, we want to be able to take them out and and make it so that it's not just we're just a random company helping you out. We try to be personalized, and
You build a relationship. You just really try
yeah,
to,
we really strived with that. That's been the really one of the biggest things for our company. Here comes one of my cats.
you're not just like robocalling people and stuff like that. No,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, we're not like a 5, 10 person help desk that's just sitting there picking up calls and helping
right.
issues. You know who we are. You've seen us. Basically think of us as us working for your company.
Right. That's probably super helpful in your industry in particular, because you may know but better than me, but I feel like technology for a lot of people is like a real core of frustration. So like the moment they have to get on the phone with anybody, they're already at like this like level that that you
Yeah.
sometimes it might feel like walking into an ambush if you're the person on the end of that line. So I feel like that approach probably maybe counteracts it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's only one, one part of what we do, which is, supporting the companies and
Right.
supporting with IT issues. But they also reach out to us. We work on big projects, so we come out to their site and we help them design their network. We help them set it up, implement it, and manage it, and then support it afterwards.
That's fantastic. 3 years ago, if you go back, what's a piece of advice you'd give yourself?
So my advice to myself would be to tell myself that I can do it. Um, there was definitely some confidence. You have to build confidence, and that was a big challenge, especially when starting a consulting company when you were the expert.
Right.
Uh, to have that confidence to do that. That was one of the things I struggled with at first before I started the company, and really building that with inside myself and knowing I can do it.
Yeah. A little off the beaten path here, but like in my hobby time, I coach, and I totally get what you're saying. Same thing. There's always that insecurity that everyone has, but like it's just kind of working through that and kind of understanding. I know what helps me is that everyone feels that way, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Um,
Exactly.
what what's your favorite thing? Has as you've grown your company now, maybe just growing it, what's been your favorite thing about it?
So I really like that we get to help people, even though they're just businesses, but we're helping people with their problems. But I'd say the biggest thing is I do really like creating jobs, and that's what I've been able to do so far is
Nice.
with having 3 employees on my staff. Some of them being my close friends, and some of them being people I'd never met before. And I really take that personally, and that means a lot to me that I can do that.
Yeah, there's something noble about being able to create jobs that I think something that I can't relate to, but I think it's really hard for people to really understand kind of the sacrifices that need to be made for stuff like that. So that's really great. Toughest thing, what's the hardest thing for you?
So I really struggle with the uncertainty of tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen. We could lose big contracts tomorrow. We could lose big clients tomorrow. You never know, and it really it's a struggle when you know that you have to support the your employees and making sure that they always have a job. And that's one of my biggest goals is for my employees to come first. I want to make sure that I'm always there for them, and they always have a job with us. Um, that's it gives you a lot of anxiety um, when you just don't know what could happen tomorrow.
And well, you sound like a great boss, so it seems like you're handling it well.
Thank you.
So I almost skipped a question here. So right now, what's the number one way that you acquire customers, contracts, clients, and whatever you refer to
Yeah.
them as?
So right now, our number one method is referrals.
Okay.
So when we have a client, we hope that they refer us to other businesses. When you're small businesses, talk to other small businesses. So it's all about building that. When someone likes you, it's all about getting that word out.
Yeah.
So
Cool. I'm laughing at myself because I have like my questions here, and I didn't really look down it. I'm not going to ask this question, but I'm going to say it because I think it's really funny. My ninth question was, how has technology played a role in your business? So I think I'm just not going to ask that one for the sake of that.
well, let me touch on it real quick
Oh
because
yeah, go ahead.
I'll say this. Yeah, we are a technology company, but
Yeah,
one of the things I would like to point out is we just launched our new website this summer.
cool work.
Our website prior to that was a little basic since it was just me at the time.
Right.
Uh, we didn't have anything. It wasn't like I was I wasn't at that step where I need
Right.
this big bold website. We just launched that. It's got all of our information on it. It's got a lot of information about what we do, all the services we provide. And this year, with the help of Rick, who you spoke with,
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
business development manager, he launched our social media sites. So we've been using our social media sites to help promote us and to show that, hey, these are the things that we do. Here's some tips. We do a lot of tech tips on there, and we show some of the things that we do with the community. Rick's been trying to get us more involved with just community events in general. So
That's awesome. I feel like when you said the thing about, when you first started, the website was a little bare bone. I feel like I'd imagine it's something that's probably like you're working so hard on everyone else's stuff, your clients, that
exactly.
you have no time to feed yourself, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. What is the best piece of advice that you would give others, thinking about getting into IT or maybe starting their own IT business? Just anything that you think is pertinent or, important to know.
So, well, I'll start off as this is gonna be corny, but
That,
it's just like what I told myself. You need to believe in yourself.
right,
You can do it. I have a lot of friends that talk about wanting to start a business, and I'm there rooting for them. And it's all about trying to build their confidence to tell them that they can do it because you can. It's not. It's a very difficult thing, and it will bring you a lot of stress and anxiety, but you can do it. It is possible. I struggled with that. I worked for some big companies, and we did a lot of great things. And when I finally set out on it and did it myself, it was you might get off to a slow start, but when it starts rolling, it's 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 exhilarating.
yeah, it's fulfilling. It sounds,
It is. It
yeah,
really is.
that's fantastic.
Knowing I get to work for myself now, the, they're going to you got to be able to work the long hours if you need to. I'm no stranger to 70-hour work weeks sometimes.
Right, yeah,
I bring it on myself, but you have to. I would say don't ever turn down business.
right,
That's my biggest thing because you don't know if that business is going to be there later.
right.
And that has led to some long work weeks for me, but it has always been worth it because it allowed me to expand as a company and to branch out and bring on more employees.
Awesome. So I don't have any more questions, but I'm just going to open the floor up to you. Is there anything else that you'd like to touch on or add that maybe my questions didn't quite dig into? I mean, I'm just going to give you a plug here.
Well, I'll just say if anybody wants to go to our website, it's oneupitconsulting.com. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram it's at One Up IT Consulting. I think in every location. I'm also on LinkedIn.
Hey.
You can find me at One Up IT Consulting, or you can find me at Matt Swallow. My LinkedIn is for my company, but it goes into my background and where I've been, what I've done, and touches base, and it explains some of the things that some of the companies I've worked for, and some of the things I've done, some of the things I specialize in. But we will support companies of small all the way to large. We will do everything in the middle. We work on networking. We specialize in networking and building and designing networks for companies. We also design and build, IT systems. So your Windows Server environment, your VMware environments, your virtualized environments. We've worked on phone systems. I have a big background in Cisco Unified Communication Systems, Exchange, a lot of systems that we do support and we do help companies with, and we'd love to have your business.
Awesome. I mean, I always love looking back after I do these quick interviews and seeing the amount of information that gets packed in. That's, it's awesome. It's really good. So
Yeah.
all that stuff is fantastic, and you did a lot better than I think you thought you were going to do as per our conversation beforehand. So it was great all around. It was awesome, Matt. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it for you setting this up.
Yeah, hey, no problem.